Hi ladies, today's video we're going to cover how to change the parting on your topper. It is a lot easier to work on a mannequin head for obvious reasons because you can see what you're doing, your topper is clipped on and you can give it a little bit more of welly. However, you can try and do it on your head. I will warn you though, it is going to be harder. If you're a hair wearer and you've got the hair pieces, I think it makes sense to invest in like a head, a tripod and like an area where you style your topper, especially when you're washing and air drying it and doing all the bits and bobs. When you first get your topper from us, we ask you at checkout, where would you like us to part your topper? We take that job away from you, so when you get it, it is parted exactly where you wear it. But we understand things change and there might come a day where you want to change the parting on your topper. It makes sense to do it when it's freshly washed because then it's going to be wet and easier to change the parting. But if you want to do it when it's dry, follow the steps below. You will need some sort of spray. I like the Tresemme Heat Different spray because it protects against heat as well. But water will do. Your Perfectfringe metal pin comb, which is included. And you need a hair dryer with a nozzle. So like a nice thin nozzle like this. I use the GHD hair dryer. I've got no experience with the Dyson. I'm told that's really good. And then obviously you've got your tooling appliances that you can use if you want to. So this particular topper is parted on the left. I've clipped it onto a mannequin head and I need to change it to go to the right for my client. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to spritz it with some spray. You can be quite generous with your spray. Then I'm going to have a look and decide where I want to line it up. At this point, I usually lift it up and have a little peek. I don't want to get too close to the wefted area because if you part too close to the left or the right, you're going to reveal the wefts underneath. So that doesn't make sense. So that's the middle, that's the left. So I want to sort of go here. So on the right, and I'm sort of pressing my comb in and I'm drawing a line almost like you're drawing with a stick in the sand. So like down and over. If you do it too loose, you won't get a clear part. And then you can see that my new part line is now drawn and I'm holding the hair still with my hand because if I let go, it's just going to spring back the other way because it's been trained to go from left to right and it wants to stay there because I set it with heat from before. Now I want to change it. If I let go, it's going to poof up. So I'm still holding it with my hand. And as I hold it in my hand, I then spray that area that I've just parted. And look, when I let go, now it's weighted because I've sprayed it. Then I get my comb and I comb it in the direction that I want the hair to go. You're gonna have to comb, fairly hard because like I said, can you see where it just wants to bulk up? It still wants to go the other way, which is why I said it makes sense to do it when your topper needs a wash. So this bit goes left, this bit goes right, left. I never know my left and right. And then this goes back, okay? You don't want to draw the line all like too long. You don't want the line to go down there. You want the back of the topper to go back and over, and plus there's wefts underneath and you want to cover them. So that's how you want it, that way, and then that way. And then at this point, what you need is you need your blow dryer because you want to set that new position. So you grab your hair dryer, it's gonna get noisy, mute me if you want, but remember, leave the nozzle on and point and comb the hair in the direction you want it to go in. Let's go. Now at this point, I want the hair to go back. If your topper's got an extra front hairline, you want the topper to go back. If your topper doesn't have an extra front hairline, maybe you've got one of our smaller pieces, you want the hair to go forward. Why? Because you want to hide the silk base. If you've got a luxury topper with an extra front hairline, there is no silk to hide because the hair goes back and over. So you can manipulate it to go back more. And then you get that flick factor. That's up to you whether or not you want it to go backwards or forwards. And at this point, what I also like to do is I like to lift up a top layer and then I like to aim the heat more and then more. So it's almost like I'm climbing stairs and I'm going under it in a staircase motion. So 1, 2, 3, rather than just hitting the air from the top. I like to hit the air from all angles. If you want a bit of bounce and a bit of volume, there's nothing wrong with that. Volume and bounce doesn't mean your topper's going to look fake. You don't need to make it completely flat. And that really is as easy as that. If you just take it off the head, you can get that out of the way. And then you can just see. So new part line in the new place. So that's on the right. So that's all you have to do, and then just make sure the hair goes in the right direction. And at that point, it makes sense while you have it on the head to style it, and then yeah, it's good. It's ready to wear. So hopefully that's helped. So yeah, all you needed was a spray bottle, a comb, a head and a stand, and a blow dryer just to basically train it to go back in that position. And then it's up to you if you want the hair to go back or you want the hair to come forward. Maybe you've asked us to cut a fringe, in which case make it go forward. And then remember, the crown always goes back. I hope that's helped. That was a long awaited video. I will film more videos like this. Like how to style, how to straighten, and so on and so on. But the luxury hair just more or less air dries like this. So you don't really need to do too much with it. And sometimes when the hair is a bit like you haven't done much to it, like this and like this, sometimes it looks more natural than like absolutely perfectly, you know, poker straight. So that's it for today's video. Any more questions, always comment below and I'm more than happy to answer them for you. Bye.